Hey there, Sammy here. How you doing? We got ourselves another semi-casual today. What am I going to talk about? NSFW versus Say So. Even though my shirt says I am super Say So, people just don't believe me for some reason. Yeah, I know. I know, like, people want me to be one or the other. Mostly, like, people want me to be lewd. Like, they do. They, like, straight up just want me to be completely lewd and nothing else. But I don't want to do that because it's boring to me. It's boring to me. Like, that's actually why. Like, a lot of people, like, you know, wonder about that, but like, no, I'm not actually a prude. Like, look at me. Look at me. I am not a prude. But I also do understand when you're asexual, people don't know how to deal with you. It's like, us asexuals are very frustrating to people. I'm also aro too, so I'm aromantic and also asexual, which means I'm just not into romantic love, nor am I into the sex. The thing is, though, there's a bit of separation there. Like, I designed my character in a very sexy way, you know? Like, I guess immersion break? I don't know. I've never been that good but at staying in character, but like, don't worry, there's not gonna be any face reveal or anything. I'm never doing that because I love my privacy. I love my privacy. So no face reveal for you. Fuck that shit. You're not gonna even get a hand reveal out of me. But like, I myself, I designed my character in a very specific way, you know? Like, I designed my character to look like what I like looking at. I love characters that look like this. But guess what? I don't find that many that don't look kind of disgusting to me. No offense, you know? So I'm like, well, I'm gonna make a character that I like looking at, you know? So, and the things, I have no problem with sexy things happening to this character, you know? The problem is, the problem comes from people get annoying about it. Like, the reason I don't have an NSFW tag is not because I, you know, think sex is bad or anything. It's literally because it gets annoying really quick. Because what happens is some rando comes in my DMs and is being like, tries to role play with me, you know? And I'm like, what are you doing? Bruh. Or they're like, you know, can I draw porn of your character? And I'm like, I don't care. Can you send me references? And I'm like, no, bitch. I am not sending lewds of my character to people. That pisses me off. If, like, you're just gonna have to know that you will never get certain anatomy colors correct and deal with it. Like, only I know what my nipples look like. Because I don't feel like it. Like, and I almost was a lewd tuber, but then I got tired. I'm old, man. Like, he's like, Subby, you're not old. I'm like, I am older than 35. I am old. And like, it's just like, it's kind of sad because some people get upset when they find out that they could have the NSFW, but somebody ruined it. Like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. Someone, like, not just one someone, several someone's misbehaved, you know? And as a result, no NSFW for anyone. I still make it. I still draw porn of this character. All the time, actually. Because I like the way my character looks. But, like, I draw it all the time. I just, like, and maybe you'll get, like, a hint of something I've drawn. Yes, an entire drawing exists, but I'm not going to show the whole thing because I'm not getting blackmailed anymore. Well, not blackmail, but, like, attempt at blackmail. Because it's not really, like, actual blackmail. Because it can't do anything to me. Like, I mean, there's like some NSFW out there, like full-on NSFW out there, but like nothing I've actually drawn. Like, I mean, at least not of my character. Maybe of another character I've drawn, but not of this character. And people are just gonna have to deal with it. If you want to make NSFW, you can, but I'm not gonna acknowledge it. Like, I'm not. But I also don't want to, it's more like I don't want to stifle creativity, you know? And I have nothing against people who do like having NSFW of their characters. You know, more power to them. You know, like I have nothing even against LootTubers. Like, you know, y'all do you. You know, because some people just find it fun. It is fun. You know, like making NSFW can be really fun when it's like, I don't know. Some people can't understand that it's fun, but not necessarily for like arousal reasons. It's difficult. Again, I'm like asexual, so maybe that's why I don't really conflate the two sometimes. Like for me, it's just fun sometimes. Sometimes it's funny. You know, a lot of the stuff I draw to me is, I don't draw it, you know, like I don't draw the porn necessarily to like be aroused or whatever. I draw it because I think it's funny, you know, and because I like, there tends to be dialogue or weird faces sometimes. You know, I tend to draw a lot of comics, and like people want to see it, and they're like, and I'm like, no, because people get weird. Like, and like, I'm not gonna tell people to not be weird, because that's too much to ask for. The least I can do is just not show the weird people my art. Therefore, I don't have to worry about them getting weird about it. Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of sad that I can't really show anything, but it's for the best that I don't. Because for the like 3 times ever I showed anything, people immediately are like, finally, now we're gonna cram her into the lewd box and not let her back out again. And I'm like, really? And then like, and the other thing is, the other reason I'm not like, I don't go full NSFW most of the time is I don't feel like it. Like, I tend to have to be like in the mood to draw stuff like that, and that mood is very short. And when I'm not in that mood, which again it's not even like regular, it's literally like sometimes it'll be like for a week, sometimes it'll be for a day, sometimes it'll be for 3 hours on the full moon, and the rest of the time I feel literally nothing. There's nothing. Like I could again, and I also get like random flashes of pain like every day, and I'm like, well, that's something, I guess, you know. But I'm never like, I'm never even really get mad about it. I'm just like, well, there it is, again. I'm so tired. Because they just look like they're just kind of there. It's like looking at a random like fire hydrant, I guess. They do look like little fire hydrants, don't they? But anyway, yeah, it's really like, yes, if I was ever a lewd tuber, I would just destroy every boner by being as boring as possible. Like, I would just be like, yeah, it's not that great, but you know what, you do you, kid. Like, what am I gonna fucking talk about? Like, even with double entendres, I'm not very good at them, because sometimes I'll make really weird, bizarre ones, and people will just be like, okay, what does a can of soup have to do with anything? And I'm like, I don't know, it seems like it makes sense. And then people just look at me and be like, Sammy, what the fuck? Like, I just don't have the energy for it. Props to people who do. If you like NSFW, that's fine. If you like making NSFW, that's fine. But just remember, you're never going to get full NSFW out of me. And even if you think you are, I'm going to blue ball you about it. Like, there will be the slightest hint, and that's it. You're never going to get anything else. Like, until like the 2 people who actually have like the one drawing I made, I don't care. I draw better stuff now anyway. But yeah, I know this probably isn't gonna be very long, but it's just kind of letting you know my stance on things. Like, and I think it's, I don't know, like sometimes I think one day maybe I'll actually like allow it, but then someone pisses me off and I'm like, no again, because every single time I always like, someone just starts coming like, they're like, I actually had like, the other day I actually posted like a little tiny corner of an SFW I was drawing. Someone legit was like, finally. Like, finally she's turning to the dark side, she's finally gonna become a YouTuber. My prayers has been answered. And then I'm like, no. And then I just go about my day. Like, seriously. And again, I don't mind if, I don't even care if people draw my character naked or whatever. but like I'm gonna just ignore you because you're never really gonna draw it in the way I want to see it anyway. So whatever. I'm actually just really happy I can just draw my own character. So if I want to draw ships of my character with literally any of my husbandos, I can, and no one can stop me because no one will see it. You will get hints, but that is it. You know, like that's all you're gonna get from me. Because I don't know, I rather like that. Like sometimes I will show hints because, well, I need to prove that I actually am drawing porn, you know. Just never gonna show the whole thing because I like to fuck with people. Like I might have an NSFW tag one day, but I'm probably never gonna post anything actual like lewd of my actual character because I just can't trust people. My trust has been broken. People are weird. That's just the way. That's just me though. If anyone else does whatever, I'm never gonna condemn them. You know, like I see people all the time. Hence why I keep seeing random penis all over my goddamn timeline. I'll be scrolling one day and it's just like, ah, yes. Here we are again. Serpine. It's like, we meet again. And he's like, ah, yes, Semi. Hello. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. And yes, that's what I assume penises sound like. I assume they're just like, you know, ah, yes. I don't know. I don't know if yours has a voice or not. Does it? Does your penis have a voice? Like, I don't know. I imagine they do. I imagine like everything has a voice, you know, and they sound like this. They're like, and like someone's like, and the boner's gone. Oh man. But yeah, that was my semi-casual day. TLDR. I look like a porn character. I draw porn of this character, but you're never gonna see porn of this character because I like being a bitch about it. If you want to draw porn, I do not care, but I will not acknowledge. Do not DM me anything if you make it. I will block you. Because it's annoying and boring. Like, there's only so much you can, because y'all be boring. Y'all be boring with y'all imagination. Like, I mean, I'm boring too. I'm vanilla as hell. Like, you know, none, you know. Like, I am. I'm actually super vanilla. That's the other thing I think a lot of people don't understand about me is like, I'm super vanilla. I don't do anything extreme. Some people are like, ah, yes, I like being like choke slammed or whatever. I'm like, no. God, what is wrong with y'all? Like, I like, you know, I think the only thing that makes me kind of weird is hand holding. Like, and I'm not talking about the cat. Like, I'm talking about like, I don't know. There's like very sensual hand holding that I really like. Described, like, graphically. Like, the graphic hand holding. I know some people would make the joke that hand holding is lewd, and I'm like, oh, it can be. Oh, yeah, there you go. The one kink I actually admit about is that I actually just really like graphic hand holding. Like, and now what you're thinking, you're probably thinking something weird. No, I'm talking about just, you know, nice, slow, you know, hand holding. It's great. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna continue to talk about dumb shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and go probably write some very normal fan fiction about myself. Hehe. Bye. Behave, be good, and don't be a menace. Love you. Bye bye.